Hey, hello, you beautiful people, past, present, and yes, for those in the future, welcome back to another .hackgu grinding stream. We are level 23 at the moment. We are about 31 hours in. We need about, why is everything, why are all those, why is all that? I don't know why it does these things, so I'm just gonna move that over there. Move this over here. Yeah, I don't know why OPS does the things that it does. Do why it does what it does. Okay, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, friends. Get something. Because for whatever reason, this entire thing got shifted a bit. Why is it? I don't know where this was. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna delete that. Let's see. Speed me. Through. I don't know where EXP needed 2 is. Okay, give me 1 sec. Ooh, big number, big. Little big for what we wanted, but here we go. Close enough. It's not the same font, but whatever. Anyway, welcome back, friends, to a new grinding stream. We're going to be going through .hackgu and going through all of this, making sure that we get to level 24 tonight. I estimate that it's going to take us about 2.5 hours, like it usually does, per level. So without further ado, just get right into it. Back into the world. Is that Hanako? No, that's Midnight. No, that's Ambata. Ah, damn it. Okay. Alright. Let's go. Level 24, here we come. We are almost halfway done this challenge. It's taken a long time to do it, mostly because I've been busy with other things and I wanted to do Community Week. Have you run into a problem having one too many ideas in your head? I know I have. Oh, all the time. Like, there'll be ideas that I want to put into paper, but then I have to remove. It's called, like, in writing, it's called, something like Sweet Darlings. Like, you're the one idea that you desperately want to keep into a project, but you know you can't because it makes the story a lot better if you didn't. And you just get so... you just get a little upset that it wasn't in there, but you can understand that, hey, it definitely made the project, whatever you were doing, better, you know? I get that all the time. Like, when it comes to being a creator, you know, you get like all sorts of ideas, and that sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, you know? And not every idea is going to work, but if you can find a way to implement it to make, you know, the story just a little bit better, or whatever it is you're doing, it's a very good payoff, you know? Yeah, I'm just trying to think of a good example. A Sweet Darling that I had. Let me see. There were just so many things early when I was doing .hackgu. Like this was when I first started doing it, like years ago, like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, something like that. God, man, time really flies. But because I was so inexperienced, there was like so many ideas I had in my head, trying to like different types of editing styles. I was looking for ways to see if I could manipulate character models for certain scenes, and at the time, I couldn't do that. I did not know how to actually do like machinima style abridged series is. So I just decided to use like the actual footage that is shown, but just kind of manipulate the camera and such in a way where it makes it look like they're still doing those particular scenes. And what's even better is that since there's no lid flaps I have to worry about for GUI, I could just go in and just, excuse me, I could just go in and just kind of go about it, you know what I mean? Yeah. God, my sinuses are really irritated me here today. Why is it every time I start a stream, my sinuses like to act up? I don't know why. I'll tell you what though, there's gonna be so many Goblin Rookies. So many Goblin Rookies. And also, now that I think about it, I think... And I gotta check something real quick. Can we equip the new sets of weapons? No, we need to be level 30 for that crap. Okay. I thought we were high enough level to equip the new twin blade. I guess not, you know. Poke. Poke. Now we're doing about 2,000 damage per goblin. So many Goblin Rookies. They do not like Haseo. Not one bit. Boop. Boop. And a boop. Boom, boom, boom. Excuse me. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to be uploading a new video here in the next couple of days. If you've seen in the Discord, well, yeah, it's going to be an interesting video. The YouTuber's not going to like me. Oh boy, you know, I'm hoping you guys like the video I have in store. You know, imagine if .hack had a hard mode. Honestly, I want there to be like some kind of, well, I'm trying to think. They have the cheat mode, so that way you can play the game easier, but a hard mode, how would that work, given, like, the progression of this game? Because I wouldn't want it to be to where, you know, you just got, like, you know, enemies just do more damage, you do less damage, you have less health, etc., etc. I want it to, like, if there were to be a hard mode for, say, GU, I would want it to be similar to that of, say, Kingdom Hearts, you know, 1 or 2, whereas, like, okay, you're playing on this harder difficulty, you start off with half the health you normally would get, but you get these particular items, or these particular abilities that you get from the start to help you out. And honestly, I think that would be a good way of going about a hard mode for a game series like this. I don't know. It also depends on like how you're going to balance like the area words, because you can make the game as easy or hard as you like. Like for me, I'm making things a lot harder for myself by, you know, going through level 1 dungeon. But, you know, like if you do decide to take your time out of the way to level grind, you know, as per the logic of all, you know, RPGs like this, yeah, you can kind of steamroll through everything. So even on a harder difficulty per se, it's gonna be a challenge to try to find a system that not only rewards good gameplay, but also doesn't feel like you're artificially increasing or decreasing numbers for the sake of difficulty, you know? Like, I would say now, with Bandai's resources and, you know, the fact that, you know, all their other franchises are doing well, I'm hoping, like, some .hack title is going to get announced this year. At least I hope so. Because it has been way too long, Bandai. We need a new .hack game. I also saw, I don't remember when this was, but the other day I saw like a post, I think it was from Erroneous in his Discord, about how Bandai is letting like other companies use their IPs, you know, for like if they want to use their IPs for games they could, which honestly, I love the idea. Like, it kind of gives it the question, like if, let's see, like if any game company were to make a .hack game, what game company would it be? What if hard mode was scaled with you? That would be, that again, that would depend on like scaling. Okay, I'm trying to think. Like, there's not too many good examples of hard modes that scale with you, because usually hard modes, they hinder you in some way in order to make it so that way it's difficult somehow. But let me see. Hard mode that scales with you. I would say if you really wanted to do a hard mode in this game specifically, make the level progression and level experience game the same as the original, like the PS2 version. Because while I did enjoy the PS2 version, you know, you can like actually that probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Pull everything back, pull the quality of life changes from this version and then scale it back a bit. Like the speed, the like the experience gain. Maybe kind of like tweak it a bit so that way you can start off with certain items, kind of like in cheat mode. Like in this theoretical mode, it would be called glitch mode, where yes, things are abnormally wrong in this version of the game, but you do start off with some pretty nifty things, like nifty abilities that you can equip. Plus, I would want there to be no level requirement for certain items, you know? Like if you got a level 20 item, you should be able to equip that item, kind of like in the original iMock, you know? Where you can equip like level 70 gear as a level 1 character, you know? So it's just kind of, it's interesting to see. And since Haseo is only limited to heavy armor anyway, so it's not like he can use like some of the best robes or some of the best light armor. He can only use heavy armor, so this is an interesting idea that we got cooking up. I mean, hey, if there's any modders who's watching this in the future, you know, hey, you got yourself an idea how to make a hard mode, you know, or at least something like that, because I think either this game or the original sets of games, I think this game will probably be easier to do it with, because iMock, like, there's not an official re-release of it, at least not yet. Good old, I think there's a website called Good Old Games or something like that. It's a game distribution platform like Steam or Epic, where they did I think they did like some kind of poll to like see what games you would want to be put on the platform, and I know that Infection, you know, .hack Infection was one of them. So hey, you know, if that does get an official port through GOG, that would just be amazing. That would just be spectacular. And like going back to the whole hard mode thing, like with the original sets of games, with iMock in particular, doing a hard mode is already pretty difficult as is, because the games themselves already have some BS mechanics. Charmed, Paralyzed, Confusion. Those 3 status elements alone make the game pretty difficult. Not to mention with the roadblocks that are there, I mean, it is, like, it's only difficult based off of the inherent flaws. Whereas this game, like, difficulty is pretty much non-existent. You know, you could get through this on normal mode just fine. Like, either through leveling up or just finding some decent gear, you know? Or, heck, I've even used, like, if you really want to make things easier for this game specifically, just use alchemy. I never use alchemy and I get through the game just fine, but, you know, having that extra 25% attack bonus with all your damage, I mean, that's amazing. You know, that could really help players out if they're absolutely struggling with this game, which I highly see. I doubt there's anyone struggling with this game. Like, on normal mode, I should say. Like, cheat mode is just, like, yeah, it's just, hey, you're playing for the story. Yeah. Like, when it comes to this game, like, I would prefer the progression in terms of, like, the experience game be lower, mostly because it gives you a reason to go out into the field and choose the random areas, and you just kind of, like, explore what this game has to offer, like, get various items and whatnot, whereas now, you get enough experience to get through the game for the most part. You might have to do a couple of detours, but even the game gives you, like, select areas where you can level up a decent amount, you know, so that way you would have enough experience. So I don't know. I honestly don't know, Jay. Like, a hard mode for this game would be difficult to do. But hey, if there's some modder out there that knows what they're doing and wants to give us a challenge, please go forth, give us a challenge. I would try that out. I would definitely play it on stream, you know, just to see how it is, you know, because I'm always looking for some kind of challenge. And like, not to say that like I don't have enough things to talk about in terms of the Dot Hack series. There's plenty to talk about with the Dot Hack series. But eventually I am going to run out of topics, and I would love to see some new things to show off for the community, you know? So, you hear that, Bandai? Get to work on some Dot Hack games. I need stuff to talk about. I need videos to make. Oh boy. But yeah. Like, I'm really hoping, going back to the, like, Bandai letting other companies use their IPs, if I had to choose any company to allow the use of, you know, Dot Hack games, I would, you know, realistically speaking, I would love to see Larian Studios have a take on Infinite Generation. I think that would just be amazing. Like, it would be vastly different than what they are used to, because they usually stick with fantasy RPGs. I could be wrong, I don't think they've ever made a sort of quote-unquote steampunk, I guess you could call Dot Hack GU a steampunk fantasy, or sci-fi, I guess, like if you really want to go the whole like digital route, but I kind of consider this a steampunk fantasy for the most part. I mean, with minor sci-fi things. So I would love for Larian Studios, the guys behind Baldur's Gate and Divinity, I would love for them to have a crack at the Infinite Generation system, see what they could do with it, and just kind of like have their own take, like with the various classes and, you know, character creation. Like, this game already has sort of character creation in universe, so I mean, hey, you know, you got yourself a blueprint. But for like action games per se, like, because this is a action adventure hack and slash, I don't know. I'm always getting the two genres mixed up. I think hack and slash is just like 2D beat 'em up type things. I don't know. So, trying to think. Like, what other company would I want a Dot Hack game? Because in the back of my mind, I'm thinking FromSoft, but I don't know how people would feel about a Dark Souls Dot Hack game. I think like that might be a little bit too much, but honestly, the idea's there. Let's see, what else? Now, if this were a few years ago, I would have said CD Projekt Red, but you know, they've had a couple of misses over the years. I mean, I remember the big one for the time, Cyberpunk 2077. Well, it's good now, but like the launch of that was pretty bad, so I probably wouldn't say CD Projekt Red. Man. I don't know, like too many good companies that would handle the Dot Hack series well, you know? I really gotta think back in my mind, like what would be a good company, because all the big ones that you could think of have like flaws that would possibly hinder the experience rather than gaining it, whether due to like incompetency or like microtransaction focused. I mean, that's the last thing we need for this series. You know, I wouldn't mind Square Enix taking a crack at a Dot Hack game, because they already have a foundation, sort of, with Final Fantasy XIV. Because if you play Final Fantasy XIV, you see a lot. Again, I'm not saying like they like took ideas from Dot Hack, but if you play through Final Fantasy XIV, you see a lot of familiar things in that game that probably could have been pulled from ideas from this game. You know, the fact that you use a crystal to warp to various areas. You've got like it feels Final, like this game for the most part. It kind of feels like a Final Fantasy. I don't know how else to explain it. So yeah, like you said, yeah, Square Enix could handle it. Yeah, I agree, but it has to be a team that is really because there are some Final Fantasies I probably, like Final Fantasy teams, I would not, you know, have the Dot Hack license with. As much as I love Kingdom Hearts, Tetsuya Nomura, you can stay away from this series. The series is already complicated enough. I love your games, Tetsuya, yeah, but look, you got a crazy mind. They're both good and bad, but you just kind of like I like your work, Tetsuya, but I don't think that your work will be very well managed in a Dot Hack universe. Again, it's already complicated enough as is. But I would probably want maybe the team behind Octopath Traveler to have a crack at it, you know? Like, I wouldn't mind like a turn-based RPG based in the Dot Hack universe. But then again, I would also want to keep the roots of the series by making, you know, just as this game is, you know? And that team, I don't know the actual name of that team, while great in their own right, are not used to making, like, these kind of games. So, let's see, I'm trying to think. What other company? Like, because there's not too many companies that I would say would do well with the property either through story or gameplay. I mean, like, there's very few companies that I would actually want to see make a Dot Hack game, sadly enough. Let me see. Let's see who or what. Hey Titan, how's it going? Hope you have a fantastic day, bud. Welcome, welcome. We're just doing some level grinding. We're talking about what company would we want to see make a Dot Hack game, because I remember seeing something on Dot Hack Network's Discord server like a while back where, again, I could be wrong, I have to look through it again, but Bandai was in the talks of letting other companies use their IPs, and one of the listed IPs was Dot Hack, so we were just seeing like what companies would handle the series well, I should say. Like, handle the series well enough. Trying to think. I know the team you're talking about. You're talking about Team Asano. The ones who made, yeah, that team. I think story-wise, it would be like they would be great at it. However, they're not like they're used to like turn-based RPGs with unique mechanics rather than like hack and I keep calling this hack and slash, action adventure kind of thing. You know, I think they'll do great for the story, maybe not so much with gameplay. So I would want a company that would have a good balance of both, because story's right up there. Gameplay has to be like a close second, you know. Let's see here. I'm probably going on my game collection because I have a lot of games that I haven't touched in a long while. Like, let me see. Yeah, I don't think there's too many teams I would want to see make a Dot Hack game. I mean, some may surprise me, you know? Honestly though, now that I think about it, I would want to see Pocket Pair do a take on Dot Hack. I mean, they already have got a established formula in terms of, like, you know, kind of like an open world adventure type of thing. Like, well, at least when it comes to Power, there's not much of a story. There's backstory, but, you know, not like a frontal story. I wouldn't mind letting them have a hand at the Dot Hack series, see what they could do with it, you know? Or anyone publishing under Pocket Pair, because, hey, Pocket Pair actually made their own publishing company thanks to Palworld's success. So there's like a smaller team that wants to go make a Dot Hack game through there. You know, that would be awesome. Don't know whatsoever. I think I've run out of companies to think out of. So, but in my ideal Dot Hack release, like, I'm just making the assumption that, okay, let me collect my thoughts real quick. Let me collect my thoughts. So, the 30th anniversary of CyberConnect is going to be next year. So, I assume that they're going to make a lot of announcements, you know, leading up to it. You know, like various games, various, like, titles that they have established over the 30 years that they've been around. I would certainly want to see a Dot Hack game, like a next chapter of the Dot Hack series, but with the exception of maybe retconning some things from Dot Hack Link. While I have in recent years started to enjoy Link, there are some inherent flaws with the story, and if, you know, maybe just kind of like having an alternate branch of the story, like in Dot Hack conglomerate, you know? Because obviously the story went off the rails when Link started coming around, as and you know, and like some of the side movies. Well, some of the movies were fine. I did enjoy Beyond the World. I think that's what it's, you know, the fully animated through 3D animated dot hack. I did enjoy that. Like there were just some that were they're all right, and definitely some fumbles like dot hack Roots. God, Roots. Yeah, man. I would want to see them maybe do a... I think what a lot of people really want is a IMOC remaster, or better yet, a remake, because I don't know how a remaster would work for a game released in 2000. Like, especially since they don't have the source code of it at all, they would have to do a Kingdom Hearts 1 scenario and build it from the ground up, and... Huh. You know, they could theoretically build it from the ground up. The original IMOC game. Yeah, provided that they still have, like, the audio clips and can rewrite up contracts with those voice actors, you know, for royalties and whatnot. Honestly, they theoretically could if they still have, like, some of the original files. You know, the story mimics life in a way, where if they have the remnants of something, they could create something new with those remnants, you know? And at least we see with GU that they can make some new things for the system. However, they wouldn't have like too much freedom to work on the game, because like a lot of the systems are so complex. Like the keyword system, like this is the last game that has implemented the keyword system, where like so many procedurally, I say procedurally generated areas, but it's more like different areas and different like effects and whatnot applied to those areas and whatnot. So I don't know. Like I think that's the big thing right now, is just trying to replicate the keyword system, because excuse me, this is the only game that I know of that, like, at least the last game that I know of that actually has a sort of keyword system. While seed generation is not anything new, like games like Minecraft or even, well, Minecraft is the big one that I think of that uses like seeds to generate their worlds. It's not a new concept, but taking individual words to create individual effects in individual, you know, locations with certain enemy types. That's a pretty complicated process, and I don't think that CyberConnect, at least right now, have the idea of how to make something like that again. You know, which is sad to see, but I hope they can prove us wrong. Just come out with this big old dot hack product where it is like couch co-op. You know, like I say couch co-op, but like either split screen or, you know, just like have your friends come in for like a co-op adventure into the world of like maybe the world RX, or maybe even just call it the world R3, you know, like, or better yet, just call it the world RA. Hey, there we go, you got yourself a new name, and that's, you know, kind of a callback to the original series, you know, with RA. But yeah, I would love to see like a game that like graphically is a step up from GU, but not like in terms of like the graphical fidelity, of course, and just kind of making it look good, but it has to retain the stylistic choice that it has. I'm still waiting for the day where we can bring Becky Hill. Becky Hill, you like from King of the Hill? I'm still waiting for the day. Oh! Oh, Jay. You're hilarious, Jay. I'm sorry. I'm still waiting for the day we can Rengeki every skill in the game. Yes, absolutely, 100%. I want a Rengeki for magic. I want Rengeki for skills. And, you know, maybe just, if you really want to be cheeky, just have Rengeki for, what's it called? Like, items as well, if you really want to be like that. So, let's go ahead and give 81 bottles of drink. Alright, I'm also going to get a beginner's book just to get that out of the way. Hey, look at that, tornadoes. Hey, look at that. It's a good thing we kept the firestorms. Nice. Okay, now we don't have to worry about that message popping up saying, oh, you have 99 drinks. But yeah, I in the next game, in this theoretical next game, I would want them to have like more skill triggers, you know, like maybe for like the left and right buttons, like maybe, I don't know, I'm trying to think, like what does the right button do? Like, hang on. I think the right button is Rengeki, but I don't know what the left button does. Because there's a lot of buttons on this controller that just does not get used, you know? Yeah, the left button does nothing. As far as I'm aware, the left button does nothing, like... So there are some unused buttons in this game, you know? Because X is definitely to confirm, you know, and attack. Circle is to guard. I don't even know what X opens up. Y opens up the menu. I mean, what does X do? Oh, okay, so R2 lets you go into third person mode. Honestly though, I would want the next Dot Hack game to have a sort of a compatibility feature with VR headsets. Because you can go into first person mode in both iMock and this game, though this game is a little bit more limited since you can't move around, you can only look around. Okay, so L2 is just to readjust the camera. Yeah, I don't think L1 has a particular use. You know what, I'm curious. Camera type. Okay, it's not going to tell me the game's functionality. Okay. So, yeah, there's definitely some unused buttons that you can really fill out this controller with, because I don't think... Yeah, not even the directional pads do anything, at least as far as I'm aware. Let's see. Yeah, the directional pads don't do anything, so maybe just have... I don't know, maybe like a secondary Rengeki, you know? Like, skill, like just kind of like have it for that. Okay, so L3 opens up the item menu. So we got two buttons that go into first person mode, like the R3 and R2. So there's just so much wasted space in the control setup, at least from what I'm seeing. You know, I think the only time like the square button, or not square, X button gets the X button gets used is when well, I'm playing on a Xbox controller right now, so it's gonna be a little bit different, but you know, on the Xbox controller, like the X button just does nothing. It just it might be used for the bike, but it just kind of stays there. It's not being used. So try to think. But so yeah, going back to the whole VR compatibility thing, I would love for them to have a VR compatibility, like to go into first person mode, playing the world R3, let's just say for instance, going through like the crazy combat of that. And VR is at the point where, I mean, people are recreating things like Sword Art Online and like creating their own like MMO worlds, you know, via VR. So why not just take some of those guys and help develop a world, you know, the world. The world, yeah, that's what it's called. It's the world. Yeah, my nose is itchy. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, a tornado. A tornado is always nice. Oh. 3,000 damage. 2,030 damage. Hey, another tornado. Tornadoes are really good. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Hey! It's a Tempo! Thank you for the sub! 28 months!
Month 28,
oh
give it up for month 28.
Dude. Yeah, just give it up for 28 months, man. How's it going, bud? I hope you're having a fantastic night. Welcome, welcome. Man, you have been subbed to me for 28 months. That is, oh, like, you're doing good? That is fantastic. Glad you're here. We're just talking about Dot Hack and our theoretical, like, new Dot Hack game, because CyberConnect is celebrating their 30th anniversary next year, and I'm pretty sure I could be wrong, but they might have said something about like they wanted to announce some new things as part of a like hype up, to hype up the 30th anniversary of it. So we're just hoping for some new .hack games, you know. We're just hoping for some new .hack stuff. What do you think of the Chugga Conroy? Oh, I can't even speak. The essay? I actually forgot all about that. I haven't watched it just yet. But when you said that, I could be wrong. I can't remember the actual context of it. But you said that like that guy said that Concord sold better than like Super Mario Inside Story. Somehow I doubt that, because like the numbers that I've seen floating around is that now there's never a confirmation as to like how many games are sold when it comes to Nintendo games, but the estimates I've seen, yeah, they are Bowser's Inside Remake, yeah. So the numbers I've seen were around 150 to 200,000. And with Concord, I think they sold 60,000, something like that, and they had to refund all 60,000, so they got nothing out of it. So I'll have to watch the video, actually watch the video to get a proper opinion on it. But just based off of that one statement alone, something tells me the video is going to have some weird information on it. And hey, take your time. Yeah, I'm gonna take my time. And this is my last day off before I have to go back to work. Yes, I go back to work tomorrow. I am not ready. I've been loafing around all week, just kind of relaxing. But now I have to subjugate myself just to physical labor in order to earn what is called money. But it'll be alright. Yeah, I'm gonna end up watching that video here, probably while I'm at work tomorrow. Well, actually just keeping an ear out on it, just kind of listening to it as I'm working. But I hope you can celebrate your last day with some Baskin Robbins ice cream. Ice cream? I don't have a Baskin Robbins nearby. I mean, I don't even have ice cream currently. I ate the rest of my ice cream like yesterday or something like that. Oh man, I'm just all out of ice cream, man. Why must I be out at the ice cream? Yeah, ghosts. So there is. Okay, Titan, a quick question. What? What? Well, that was one ice cream story I've never. I can't even read. That the one ice cream story I ever remember. Ice cream store I ever remember. Yeah, that's true. There's not many ice cream stores where I mean, we're a small town. There's barely any ice cream shops around. At least not open just yet, because they usually open like during the summer, like small snowball and ice cream stands. Lemonade flavored ice cream. Titan, what are you? Are you okay? Lemonade flavored ice cream? Ew. Ew. No, ew. That's nasty, dude. I don't, ew. Maybe there's a Carolina Reaper. What is with you guys and these crazy ice cream flavors? Carolina Reaper ice cream? Lemonade flavor ice cream? What are you eating? Most people I know will eat chocolate or vanilla, or even like mint if you really want to, get crazy. Maybe strawberry if you're that kind of ice cream eater. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just like these new, maybe these new ice cream flavors are the hits. I don't know. But yeah, but just what? God, what's next? What's next? You're gonna tell me that there is hot sauce flavored ice cream? Honestly, I wouldn't be too surprised. No, on the internet probably tried to make hot sauce ice cream. Wonder how that works. God, I'm probably gonna have to look that up during the break. Because I honestly, as much as I'm making it a joke, I'm curious now if that actually exists. I need a drink. Well, if Frito-Lay can make pizza flavored Cheeto Puffs, but maybe someone out there has made Carolina. You know what? You got a point there. Maybe. There could be a possibility that that does exist somewhere in the world. But then again, there is such thing as Flamin' Hot Mountain. Ugh. Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew? Ugh. That just, like Mountain Dew is, look, I don't like Mountain Dew. I will drink it, like if I absolutely need to, but, ew. Like hot, like flaming hot. It's not even like hot chocolate or even like coffee or anything like that where, you know, like, hey, you know, you can't expect it to be hot, but hot, like flaming hot as in like the spice, like spicy Mountain Dew. Ugh. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, to each their own. If people like it, people like it, but when I think Mountain Dew, I don't think like flaming hot, you know. When I think flaming hot, I think of Doritos or like, again, hot sauce, you know. Not Mountain Dew. At that point, I might as well be drinking a bucket of lava. Yeah, well, I mean, even lava might, even has a consistent taste. You know what you're getting into when you're drinking lava. You'll be burnt from the inside out, but you know, at least you know what you're getting into. Now, you found Mountain Dew to be okay? Yeah, if you think it's okay, that's fine. For me, I just, nah. Yeah, my sister loves Mountain Dew. Like, like the Baja Blast or Baja Blast? I don't know what it's called, but like there's just so many Mountain Dew flavors. It's just absolutely crazy, you know? I kind of teeter between either Coke or Pepsi, like depending on what I'm feeling that day. You know, if I just want, you know, something quick, I'll grab a Coke. But if I want like something like a little bit sweeter, then maybe. Well, I say, is sweet really the word? I don't know. And yes, there is a pizza flavored Cheeto Puff. I mean, look, when it comes to the Cheeto Puffs, I can sort of get it. You know, like it's powder. You know, like there's a lot of companies are making pizza products like pizza Pringles, for example. You know, I actually did enjoy those. In fact, next time when I go into my store here later in the week, I've got to see if there's actually is pizza Pringles. But you know, it's just like some weird flavor combinations that you would not think worked. I'm trying to think. Oh, I remember, like, it was years ago. I was in a local store and I saw, what was it? I think it was Fruit Loop Kit Kats. I think it was like for like Easter or something like that, but Fruit Loop Kit Kat. I didn't know how to feel about that. You know, you got Fruit Loop the cereal, but you wrap it in like a chocolate. I don't even know if it was chocolate. Might have been white chocolate. I have to try it once. Think of more pizza bagel taste. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, there's a lot of strange combinations for food, like junk food specifically. Like, if there's one thing that I really want to have again as like a snack, but they don't make them anymore, or at least not in my area, jalapeno Doritos. Like, they're not the hottest thing in the world with jalapenos, but there's just a certain taste of it that makes it so addicting. And like, my area, my place where I live doesn't sell it, and none of the nearby stores have it either. So I'm wondering if it got discontinued or something. But can't wait for pineapple. No. Pineapple does not belong on pizza, and let alone on a puff. No. You either have the pizza or you have the pineapple. You can't mix them both. I mean, hey, if you like pineapple on pizza, more power to you. But just know, you are wrong. That is so wrong. Pineapple does not belong on pizza. And I can't believe there's like, I'm not even kidding. Like the other day, I think I was on I think I was on Twitter, you know, just looking through some things. There was like a discussion on pineapple pizza, whether or not it deserves to be on. Half the people in that comment section were fighting each other about pineapple pizza. S'mores on milk makes sense. Yeah. Wait a minute. No, wait. Hang on. What? S'mores pizzas on milk make sense. Hey. Okay, dessert. Okay. You're about to give me a heart attack, Titan. S'mores pizza. Okay, a dessert, not a regular pizza. Okay. You about to give me a heart attack. That would have sounded disgusting if it was on a saucy pizza. But, you know, as a dessert, yeah, I actually do like the Pizza Hut, like cooking pizzas and whatnot. What they make apple pie. Apple pie pizza. That's just a pie. It's not the fact that it's a pizza, it's just... So apple pie pizza, what, they just cut the top layer of the breading off and just call it a pizza? It's just... I don't get it. I don't get it, guys. Apple pie pizza. Now I'm trying to wrap my head, like... Is it just kind of like a stuffed crust kind of thing, where it's just like the apple, it's like a dessert pizza, or you got like the pie part in the crust and then kind of like, I guess, everything else. Banana pudding pizza? Please tell me that's a dessert and not an actual pizza. Please tell me that, Satana, please tell me that is a dessert pizza and not an actual pizza. Yeah, I agree with you, Todd. As long as it's dessert, it's fine. As long as it is a dessert type pizza, like cookie pizza, whatever, you know, just something novelty, you know, just like a brownie shaped like a pizza, it's fine, you know? It's a dessert type, not a regular type. Oh, good. Thank goodness. Okay, dessert pizzas, fine. But, God, sometimes I cannot tell with companies, you know? I remember, like, years ago, I think Pizza Hut had, like, this, like, volcano pizza, where they had, like a giant, like, volcano crater in the middle of the pizza with, like, melted mozzarella in the center. Or I think it was something like that. Like, my childhood memory just remembers that specific pizza and how cool it was. Cheeto pizza? No. No Cheeto pizza. No Cheeto pizza. Coriano. Save me. I need beginner's text. Alright. Yay, got the beginner's text. It would be cool if they made a s'mores pizza in the Detroit's... Detroit style s'mores pizza. That could work. Burrito pie pizza? Burrito? How would that even work? Burrito pie pizza. Ugh. Even for the dessert, that just seems kind of weird. You know? Like, there's some combinations of food that you can, like, really get away with. You know, like having the Doritos taco. Like, I remember before that, like, Taco Bell ever, actually came out with that sort of idea. A friend of mine, like, had this idea. Like, again, it's probably not a new idea, but, you know, like, back when I was in high school, I had a buddy of mine, like, he would always get, like, these small bags of, like, nacho Doritos. He would put, let's see, maybe there's a, no one is going to eat the streamer. No, I prefer to keep myself, thank you. But, yeah, a buddy of mine used to get, like, a, bag of Doritos, like a small bag of Doritos. He would have kind of, like, this cooked meat that he would, bring from home, and then just kind of, like, mixed it in with a couple of, like, peppers, you know, just kind of, like, I think he just called it a walking taco, or something like that. Like, we called him Taco, because he always carried around a bag of Doritos, like, and he made taco, like, a bagged taco, you know, out of the Doritos, you know? And that was like years and years ago, you know. So, I don't know if he's the reason that Taco Bell decided to do something similar with their tacos, but you know, it was, man, that's a memory. That's a memory I remember. That is certainly a memory. It's simple. The sauce is a chocolate lay on top with graham crackers and s'mores that would be more extras. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, man. And it's too bad Pizza Hut. Like, there are a couple pizza places around where I am, like Papa John's and like some family pizza restaurants, you know the ones. And, the mom and pop pizza shops that are around. So I'll have to look at I'll have to look in those stores to see, pizza places to see if they have something similar like that, because that's it. Man, I'm getting hungry now. Man, let's talk about food and pizza. I already DoorDash today. I gotta save my money. Maybe a pigs in a blanket pizza. Pigs in a blanket pizza. I don't know. I don't eat pigs in a blanket, but I know people do like pigs in a blanket. But as a pizza? I don't know. I mean, maybe someone with pigs in a blanket knowledge can, can go and get their opinion on that. But to me, that doesn't sound too bad. Oh yeah, that's this guy on TikTok I've been watching recently. Like, he works in like Papa John's and everything. He creates all these different types of pizzas. Not just the one scoop of cheese, but you gotta get that second cup of cheese. Just like creating all these types of crazy pizzas. And the last one I've seen of him, he just made up a cheese pizza. Not even just with sauce or anything. It's just like you got the dough, and then you just got like all these different types of cheese, like cheese upon cheese upon cheese upon cheese, like a huge stack of cheese that he just put into the oven. Sorry for making you. No, don't apologize. Don't apologize, Jay. No, you're fine, bud. Hey, look, I'm going to get hungry. I am going to get hungry one way or another because I am a fat kid at heart. I like food. Food is good. You don't need to apologize for making me hungry because that is just me. I'm always hungry. I'm like the Incredible Hulk, but instead of anger, I am hangry. Well, maybe not angry, but I'm just the hungry. I am the Incredible Hunger. How about Chick-fil-A pizza? I don't know. I don't know about Chick-fil-A pizza. I mean, Chick-fil-A does have some pretty good things. I don't know. I would imagine the pigs in a blanket is just a meat version of stuffed crust pizza. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too. I mean, that wouldn't be a bad idea, Put a little bit of meat with some like make it a stuffed crust, but just maybe roll up a little bit of cooked meat, into the crust itself. Oh, ooh, that sounds good. Now I gotta figure out what we eat tonight. I don't have too much groceries here today because I gotta go into town tomorrow to get the bulk of my stuff, but man, no, I already ate my pizza tonight. Dang it. Dang it. How about ice cream pizza? I mean, I think there are some ice cream pizzas out there. Maybe not in the same way you're probably joking about, but I think there are some ice cream pizzas out there. I mean, it's pretty much ice cream in shape of a pizza, just... I'm pretty sure it exists, So as a dessert, that's fine, As a dessert, it's fine. Let's see. What else? I'm just trying to think. Now it got me thinking. Tomorrow, after work, do I buy a pizza or do I save my money that I have little of? Do I spend a good majority of my money getting myself a fine dish of pizza, or do I save my money for a rainy day? These are the hard-hitting questions. These are questions that I don't think many people realize when you're in your 30s. You're thinking a lot about the monies, and how it works. How much monies and whatnot. Yes, there are ice cream pizza. Yeah, I figured as much. Because that would have been an easy thing to make. You just checked? Oh, okay, yeah, so I figured as much. Yeah, ice cream pizzas are very nice. They're very, very delicious, I would imagine. Because it's just like it's just kind of like, it's ice cream. You know, you can only do so much with ice cream. Oh, nope, wrong one. And we are going to be going on a break here in about a couple of seconds, but... Let's see here. I'm trying to think. Oh, thinking too hard, apparently. Ah. Poke. Hey, we're almost at 400 experience. Wow. That hour sure went by. Fast, didn't it? Let's see. There's always fruit salad pizza. No, fruit does not belong on pizza. No, Satendo. No, Satendo. No, fruit does not belong on pizza. No. You can keep your salads. When I go for pizza, I go for the cheese and the sauce, not fruits and veggies. You know? No fruits. No veggies. Maybe green peppers, but that's about it, no. No. Ooh. 390. I'm also okay with onions on pizza, but you know, the onions are, you know, alright, you know, they pretty much come with a meat lover's pizza. I mean, I would rather eat pineapple pizza than spinach pizza. Who on earth would eat a spinach pizza? Anyway, friends, while we're molding that question over, we're gonna go and break. Go get yourself a snack, and we'll be right back after these messages. Alright friends, we are in fact back. Let me catch up. So, it's a taco, just a sideways salad. No, tacos are in fact just one big nacho with everything on it. You know, it's a folded tortilla chip. You know, if you're getting hard shell. But it is a burrito if it's soft shell. And yet, let's see. Technically a dessert type pizza. Technically. Technicality. And yes, there are spinach pizza. I've seen it. I like me spinach, but not on pizza. This alien man. I forgot the words of the song. Spinach pizza? Ugh. Spinach, fine on its own. I eat spinach dip all the time. But spinach on pizza? No, thank you. No, thank you. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Come on. Almost at 400 experience. Woo! Time flies. Da, 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 da. Da, da, dee, 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 dee. Oh, come on. 402 experience. Gosh. I'm thinking after the stream, I went through my cabinets just to see what I got. I think I'll just make a box of macaroni, you know, and then just call it a night. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna close down the stream just to eat macaroni. That's not what I'm saying. But after the stream, I'm gonna eat a box of macaroni to call for the night, and then just kind of. Because for whatever reason, milk-based products always put me to sleep. Don't know why. There are macaroni pizzas. I mean, technically, yes. I'm not. It doesn't sound too bad, you know? Because there is such thing, you know, as a pizza casserole, you know. I think it could work. Theoretically, it could work as a pizza. You know, you got the sauce, you got the cheese. Just mix it together with some meat sauce. It tastes pretty good. It tastes very, very good. Ooh, excuse me. Woo! Wow, I am so sorry. I'm a very professional streamer, trust me. Boop. Boop. And a boop. A boop. Boop, 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 boom, 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 boom. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I do not know. I do not know, guys. My mind is mind. Mind is minding my own mind. Don't know what the hell I'm saying. I don't know. I do not know. Do not know why. I feel so bad for these goblins. I don't know, a mashed potato pizza. Mashed potato pizza. I'm having some conflicting thoughts. On the one hand, it sounds disgusting, but on the other hand, I don't know. Well, I don't know. Drink of that. Mashed potato pizza. I'm conflicted. Have you ever had a spinach pizza? I have had spinach, and I have had pizza. I have never had a spinach pizza, where spinach does not belong on pizza. Spinach belongs in a can. Just, you know, squeeze the can, it pops out. You know, just flies into your mouth like a Popeye cartoon. Pizza. Go for the cheese and you go for the sauce. Maybe you want to add meat lovers pizza. That's fine. Spinach does not belong on pizza. However, I will still take a spinach pizza over pineapple. Pineapple is just that bad. Burgers and fries and chicken nugget pizza. Chicken nugget I can kind of understand because, you know, it's beef. But fries on a pizza? I mean, burger pizza is pretty much just meat lovers pizza. That's just pretty much meat lovers pizza. Same with the chicken nugget. I mean, yeah, you can probably put some chicken on the pizza. That's fine. But fries? I don't know how I feel about that. I remember, oh man, speaking about burgers, you know, I remember, like, there's this restaurant in California. I would never go in there because I do not want a heart attack. It's called the Heart Attack Grill, I believe it's called. Like, if you're over a certain weight, I think it's like 350 pounds, you get your meal for free. But the serving is just like 12 to 14 stacks of patties, just stacked on top of each other. And like the whole theme of there is just kind of like doctors and nurses, like, you know, you go in for the heart attack, essentially the food that gives you the heart attack. God, I'm surprised a business like that is still up. I think it's still up. I could be wrong. Ew, squid ink pizza? Ew. That's nasty. I gotta sip that. Gotta sip that out of my mouth. Squid ink pizza. That sounds disgusting. That just sounds wrong. It's just like, even the name alone, like, just take out the ink and squid. That already sounds disgusting enough, but squid ink pizza? Ew. Ew. Ugh. That is so nasty. Oh, that sounds nasty. I don't know. Man, there's just so many weird food combinations out there. I'm trying to think, like, if there's other ones that I have seen. Oh yeah, I remember years ago. I don't think they still do it anymore, but I think Pizza Hut at some point served spaghetti. No, it was either Pizza Hut or McDonald's. Like, one of those two restaurants actually served spaghetti. I don't know if they still do it anymore. I think it was McDonald's, now that I think about it. But it absolutely disgusting. I'm glad they don't have it on the menu anymore. Maybe they have signed a contract saying that they can't complain because they do this on their own free will. No, I don't think it's like a contract. I mean, like, they don't sign anything from what I'm aware of. I mean, they might. I don't know. It's been a long while since I've seen the video. But the Heart Attack Grill, you weigh yourself outside. And then, if you're over, say, 350 pounds, you eat for free. And if you don't finish your meal, for YouTube-friendly terms, the nurse gives you a little bit of a little bit of, oh, you know, you don't finish your food. Well, I mean, you're yeah, I'm not even gonna repeat that. Let's just say it is a punishment, so to speak. And it's a very publicly humiliating punishment, and some people enjoy. You think pineapple pizza is bad? Now there's peanut banana chicken. Hang on, but there's peanuts, banana, chicken, pineapple, and curry powder pizza. What? What? So, no, I'm not saying that you're lying, but that doesn't even sound like a real type of pizza. And just because you're writing it down, I totally believe you that it exists, but the fact that it exists... I can't believe that exists. Can't believe that exists. There's like so many different types of pizza combinations. Yeah, I think I'm trying to think back at the different types of food combinations that I've seen over the years happen. Another thing, what other food combinations have I seen over the years? I mean, there's like fast food restaurants have opened up so many different weird combinations in terms of food. Off topic, have you ever had Andy's? From my personal experience, they have good milkshake. You mean Arby's? No, or is Andy's just kind of like a smaller chain restaurant? Because I've never heard of Andy's before. Well, there's a tomato, ketchup, and mustard. Oh, no. I mean, ketchup, I mean, it's debatable because, you know, it's tomato sauce, but, I mean, well, tomato, yep, well. Wait a minute, tomato, ketchup, and mustard? But mustard does not work there, but it does not work. But going back to the whole Andy's comment, I don't think I know what Andy's is. I mean, they're probably not in my area. But the closest thing I could think of, like just name-wise, is Arby's, not Andy's. Even I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah, they're just like food is just weird, you know. Like fast food restaurants have come up with some weird combinations to try to make their business stand out. If only I could just remember. I remember a couple years ago, you know, this is kind of on the same topic to kind of like the smaller restaurants, like I assume like Andy's. But I went with a few buddies of mine, like to a couple states north of where I live now. You know, for a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. We stopped by this small diner, and when I say small diner, it's pretty small, you know, but it was a whole 1950s restaurant. Like, we're talking full-blown, you know, like full-blown 1950s aesthetic. You know, you got the whole theme of the restaurant. You know, they can also bring food out to your car via rollerblades and everything. It was a fun time. We actually went inside. The tables were very small, but the food was just delicious. Absolutely wonderful. I wish I remember what the name of the restaurant was, because it was something I could never forget. My grandma told me McDonald's used to serve fried chicken. Yes, they did. Yeah, they did. At least from what I know of. Yeah, they used to sell fried chicken. I think like maybe 1 or 2 stores still do, but for the most part, McDonald's, yeah, they stopped doing fried chicken a long time ago. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else. I'm gonna say like what was the best in diner experience? You know, it's gonna sound weird, but you know, I know like a lot of people don't like this place nowadays because of the quality, but I used to like going to Golden Corral a lot. You know, it's like the buffet type of restaurants where you could just pay a certain amount, like it was like maybe $20 per person, but you could get as much food as you want. I would always leave that restaurant with at least 3 or 4 plates in my stomach. You know, just so much food just going home with. And for some reason, I would always get the same thing. It was either macaroni, some pizza, or I think at the time, but my Golden Corral served burgers too, or at least something similar to it. And maybe just like a salad on the side, but you know. And of course, the ice creams. Get the self-serve ice cream, just so good. I don't know what it is about it. Like that, like all you can eat ice cream. It's just like, it's so good. I wish there were more restaurants that have something like that. The weird shite I'm fighting. Yeah, there's just so much weird stuff out there, food-wise. So many weird restaurant combinations. Yeah, it's there's not too many all-you-can-eat restaurants where I live anymore. Like all the good ones that I remember growing up with either have like lower food quality or just out of business, which kind of sucks because just the idea of going into and just pay. Oh, hang on, let me. Sorry about it. I didn't mean to miss your other message. Okay, and now there's a Ease pizza with pineapple on. Hold up. I gotta reread this. A peas pizza with pineapple, onions, mushrooms, peppers, and tomatoes. Peas? Peas? Like peas in a pod? Ugh. I'm surprised that KFC... Church's Chicken, I don't know what that is. We don't have any of those around here. And Popeyes don't start selling burgers. Yeah, I mean, considering that oh, that's a triple execution. Wow. With KFC, they've kind of resorted to being like, I don't know about you, Jay, like where you're at, but most KFCs that I see in my area have turned into KFC and Taco Bell combos. Which, if there was ever a weirder combination of restaurants to combine, I would not think KFC and Taco Bell would combine into one, you know? And, my god, like, the combo restaurants are so low in quality. Like, the last 3 combo restaurants I went to, it's just like, because they mixed the different types of restaurants, like, the food quality just kind of, like, was bad on both ends, you know? I'm surprised you didn't have to reach me saying the S word. S word. I didn't have to be saying the S word. Yep. No reaction whatsoever, but maybe I'm saving that reaction for later sometime. You never know. Maybe I'm just waiting for the opportune moment to give a proper reaction, a delayed reaction, so that way you yourself can react to the reaction. I'm playing 2D chess. Yes, I'm big brain. But yeah, in terms of like KFC like kind of just dipped in quality. I've only ever been to Popeyes once. I thought they were okay. I mean, they're still doing well for themselves in my area, but I've never heard of Church's Chicken. Like there's none in my area, so I don't know like how good their food is, but. What are you waiting for, Monday, so you could tell Mama Jane and Okami what I said? I said? Yeah. I mean, maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna tell on you, Satendo. I'm gonna tell on you to Mama Jane and Okami Chew. And you shouldn't have said. You shouldn't have sweared. I mean, I could get away with it. I'm the streamer, but you know, I tried to keep my swearing to a minimum unless I absolutely need to. But I'm gonna tell on you. Haha. Oh man, they're gonna be so disappointed. They won't be mad. They'll just be disappointed. You don't want them to be disappointed now, do you? Let's see what else. What else? What other restaurants in the area now? I mean, the thing is with my area, like, there's just so many fast food chains. Like, we've got Subway, we've got McDonald's, we've got Burger King, all within general walking distance of each other. And it's just kind of sad that we don't really have too many, like, we have a good variety of restaurants because they all kind of come together. But, you know, we got like 3 different pizza chains. No. I think. Oh, we technically got 4 different pizza chains. We got a... We got, I'll take the risk and get another good burn laugh from Mama Jade. Yeah. You take the risk? Okay. Alright. I'm gonna tell her you said that she can burn you. Yeah, get another burn laugh. Oh man, but you have to be here for it, you know. You have to be here for the burn. You can't just feel the burn while you're away. No, no, no. Excuse me. Let's see, what other? We have a couple of Chinese restaurants, and Chipotle, I believe it is. I've never actually had Chipotle. No, I lied. I had the Chipotle once. I thought it was okay, but it was like one of the bigger stores, you know? One of the bigger restaurants, I should say. So they were pretty alright. And I actually do like it when Mama J burns me. I laugh too hard when she does it. Well, I'm gonna see if she can make the biggest burn against you. So much that you would just burst in tears laughing. You know, how about that? You know, we'll make. I'll see if she can just give you the best burn she can for this year, because I'm sure there's going to be another reason we try to burn you. Wee boop. Boop. A boop. Tornado. Tornado. Another one. We got another one. Dust. Hey, another tornado. Dust. And another one. Another one. Dun, 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 dun. Hey. Do 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 do. Dun dun dun. Do 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 do. Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of Weird Al music here recently. Like, I've always liked his music, but just listening back to it, so many amazing songs. You know, like Another One Rides a Bus, Rocky Road. By the way, when are you returning to Lord of the Rings: The Third Age? I have no idea. That is a good question. Since we don't have any more Free Game Friday redeems at this time, next Friday I'll put it as a result, because we do need to end up finishing that at some point. Because I'm trying to think. Yeah, there is the anime that was just released, like the animated series, I think it is. Let's see, I think there is another set of Lord of the Rings media being made. I don't know what exactly. I think it's like another movie or show, because there are rumors in the works that Peter Jackson might be doing another Lord of the Rings-esque movie. So I mean, it's not confirmed whether or not he is or is not. So I don't know. I think if it has to be a big, I'm definitely going to finish the Third Age, but it's definitely going to be a big thing if there's going to be another good Lord of the Rings movie. And while a lot of people didn't really like The Hobbit all too much, I mean, I thought they were alright, but because that is not Peter Jackson's The Hobbit, it is what's his name, Guillermo del Toro, I think that's what his name is. That was his project, but then he kind of jumped ship, and then Peter Jackson came in to fill in the void, and well, he only had a limited time to get things done. So of course the movies didn't turn out as good as they could. I still think The Unexpected Journey is probably the best of the Hobbit trilogy, sadly enough. By the way, they announced that the movie's going to be announced for 2020. A Zelda movie has been announced for 2027, and that. Okay, I don't like that though. Okay, I will say I did have high hopes for one Legend of Zelda movie, mostly because the guy who is supposedly directed it, or at least I don't remember his name, but I think the director of the 2027 movie came out, said, look, he wants to make it true to the original as possible, you know, by doing his own thing. I want to believe that he will, because if he is as good as a fan, biggest a fan as he is, then I think that would be amazing. A fan working on a Legend of Zelda film. Fantastic. But if it's going to be a trilogy, there's a lot of problems with that. One, if the entire story is spread out throughout multiple films, like Lord of the Rings, then it's not going to do good. I'm already going to say it right now. The only reason why Lord of the Rings did well is because there were 3 books. There were 3 different, same story, just kind of stretched out into 3 books, which they had a lot to work with. Whereas Legend of Zelda, in theory, they could do maybe the Oracle games as sort of the trilogy, the seasons, ages, and then whatever like third game like would have been for that. But I don't know. I don't think the Legend of Zelda movie is going to be bad. Like the first one is going to be bad. I actually have high hopes for the first one. But if you say there's going to be a trilogy, it's not going to do well. Like at least, like right as of right now, I could be wrong. You know, like this will be recorded on YouTube. You can quote me 2 years down the line, but I don't think that the trilogy is going to do well if they do like what most live action movies do and stray far away from the source material. Look at how many live action movies that were released that are just bombed. You know, even recently, Snow White, the lowest in IMDb history, a 1.7, outbeating Dragon Ball Evolution. And not to mention, like, people were kind of sick of live action remakes because of Disney. So, while I'm not saying like a live action live action Legend of Zelda would be bad by any means, I have high hopes for the first one, but they really need to put the quality in, kind of like they did with the Mario movie. You know, they gotta sit down, write a quality script. Like, don't get I would say, look, I am afraid of the casting though. I am afraid of the casting that they would do for this live action Legend of Zelda game. Do you think the word filter gets tossed around way too much? Filter, I would say yes and no. Like, oh, filler. Oh, not filter, filler. Maybe. I guess it depends on the context. Like, there's good filler and there's bad filler. Like, I know, like, Dragon Ball Z is infamous for having, like, some nonsense filler, but I do believe, like, when done right, they get expanded upon a certain character or story, and just kind of, like, it's okay to not progress a main story if it means developing the characters, and that's why filler is there. It's mostly just a stall out for time until, like, the next chapter gets written, but it can enhance a character if done well. But a lot of fillers, they don't do it so well. I mean, just look at One Piece. One Piece, I think it's the biggest example for filler. Like 25 to 30% of the episodes, like out of the 1,000 that is released, are nothing but filler. But Snow White remains. Snow White is now at 1.5. Oh my goodness! I knew it was going to be bad, but I didn't realize it was going to be that bad. Oh my goodness! Like, it's gonna, like, and this is coming from Disney. Like, this isn't just like a small company, like the company behind Dragon Ball Evolution. You know, that was a terrible movie, but it wasn't made with any A-class, I guess, like A-class directors or actors. You know, maybe like one or two. I can't remember his name. There was like the guy who did Roshi. I think he actually did some pretty big films back in the day. But for the most part, it's just kind of like to get a 1.5, like, as Disney, like, Disney needs to actually put in the quality and just, you know, you hit bottom of the barrel when you get ranked lower than Dragon Ball Evolution. Now, here's the thing, NeoJ, I talked about this in my Discord at some point, but Dragon Ball Evolution, it was so bad of a movie that the creator, Akira Toriyama, you know, rest in peace, actually revived the series with Battle of Gods and Dragon Ball Super. Not just that, but the guy who played Piccolo in Dragon Ball Evolution felt so bad about the role, he auditioned for Zamasu, got the role, and then agreed not to get paid for Zamasu as a way to make it up to the fans. Like, it was just that bad of a movie. And Snow White, like, you're telling me Snow White is worse than Dragon Ball Evolution? That is crazy to me, you know? Honestly, I think, like, part of it had to do with Rachel Zegler, and just, she kept running her mouth on Twitter, like, saying these ridiculous things. Like, you can believe what you want to believe, but you can't put the, I'm just going to say the event, because I don't know what I could, you know, I can't out on both Twitch and YouTube, but the event, you cannot just put the event under a promotional post of Snow White, you know, and expect people to, you know, like, not point out about it, because that post alone got, I think, like, double the views and interaction than the actual trailer for Snow White or the announcement for Snow White. And not to mention, like, she does have, I will say, Rachel Zegler does have a fantastic singing, a good singing voice, but she's a terrible actress. She just cannot act. She's a Broadway actress rather than a actual movie actress, you know? Dragon Ball Evolution was so much better than, okay, Tyler, but let's not say so much better. All right, let's not say Dragon Ball Evolution was so much better. I think Snow White might be worse. But Dragon Ball Evolution is still a pretty crap movie. We can't really say that it did good things. The only thing good that came out of Dragon Ball Evolution was the PSP game, and even then, that was kind of like a lackluster thing because it just used Budokai as a kind of, I don't know what's it called. They used Budokai as a base, you know, a Budokai Tenkaichi. Excuse me. No, regular Budokai. Excuse me. My main problem with reboots is that they never respect the source material. Fly around. Okay, yeah, they never respect the source material. Yeah, most remakes and live-action remakes, they don't do that. Because they think that they can do better than the original team. Because I think also, like, the problem is with a lot of remakes and extensions to, like, these popular franchises is that some of these people cannot create anything original from themselves, so they have to piggyback off of already established material. Now, if you are a fan of the series and want to contribute to it, that's fine. And even if it doesn't work out, at least you could say, look, you know, hey, we tried this thing, it didn't work out, you kind of just like admit your faults and move on. But no, a lot of these people who make these films, hey Bee-Boo, how's it going, my bud? I hope you have a fantastic night, welcome. We're just talking about remakes and the such, like live action remakes, because apparently there's going to be a Legend of Zelda live action remake. And I was just going, I was replying to NeoJ about how the main problem with reboots is that they never respect the source material. And for the most part, it's true. Like, there are some good examples of, yeah, currently dying. I've gotten, no, Bee-Boo, no, you can't get sicker, my dude. You know, you can't get sick, you know. You know, you need a revival medicine. You need a health drink. Look, I got a health drink for you. Here, here you go, health drink. Here you go, drink it. Oh, it has no effect on you. There you go. I gave it to you anyway. There you go. I gave you a health drink. Hopefully that helped. It only restored 100 HP, but hopefully that'll help, buddy. And honestly, I do hope you get better soon, bud. Maybe go to a doctor if you're able to. Atali, help me! I don't have Atali. I can't get Atali. Hang on. Maybe, I don't think I can. Hang on, let me see. Atali. No, Atali's busy. I can't get Atali. Spawn 2 Chim Chims. Oh my goodness, we got 2 Chim Chims. Alright, let me go ahead and get 2 Chim Chims out. Let's go with this one. I don't know where this guy is. Alright, how about this one? Where are all my Chim Chims? Okay, give me 1 second. I gotta locate all the Chim. Why are they all in the corner there? Why are they all in the corner? Wow, I don't understand that. I don't know what, I'm gonna have to reorganize all these. Oh. There you go. Where Mama Jade humor when you need it? Yeah, where is it when we need it? Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna readjust some of these Chim Chims because they are just all over the place. No, why they're there. There we go. There we go. We fixed the Chim Chims. Not to say all reboot. Oh, actually, maybe. Yeah, not to say all. There we go. Go back in. Alright. Not to say all reboots disrespect original source material. Good examples of respecting the source material would be Trigun Stampede, Yu Yu Hakusho, and One Piece. Yes, the One I've seen bits and pieces of the One Piece live action. It's so good. Like, that is a pretty faithful adaptation, you know? I mean, the actors, like, there's even one example of the actress, I think that played, what's her name? The pirate lady captain from, like, the early episodes of One Piece, where she she gained, I think she gained like a whole lot of weight, you know, to fit the part, but then she lost all of that weight just so that way she can reappear as the thinner version of her character, which I think that's pretty cool. It shows that these people are faithful to the source material and just like they will put in the work to make sure the characters come to life, you know. Just well, but at least they didn't explode on your screen. I sure hope not. I sure hope not. Yeah, all these Chim Chims are kind of like walking around all over the place. But, yeah, there's like a whole lot of live action things that just don't respect the source material, and that's kind of why I am worried about the Zelda one. Now, if you really want to be technical, there was a sort of Legend of Zelda movie, quote, I'm going to put it in quotations, like many years ago that IGN teased, but it was an April Fool's Day joke. Yeah. IGN made an April Fool's Day joke, like a very nice cinematic live-action trailer. It's still up on YouTube. You can go watch it. But, you know, it's really good quality for its time. I think it was based off of Ocarina of Time. Ian McGregor, you know, Obi-Wan Kenobi, he actually was in that trailer as well. So, like, a lot of people were involved with this, you know, fake trailer. But, honestly, that looks so good that, I mean, it is possible that a Legend of Zelda movie could work. But, and this is a big but, they need to respect their source material. And I would say with Nintendo's track on movies so far, I mean with their Super Mario movie, I think that'll be fine. I think that'll be great. I'm worried about Zelda though, you know? I still remember that April Fool's joke and completely fell for. Yeah, everyone did, because Nintendo, you gotta think of it this way. When you put that much effort into an April Fool's Day joke, a lot of people are going to get upset because a lot of people, especially during that time, you know, coming off of the heels of, I think this was like 2006, 2007, like when Twilight Princess was just around coming out, people were really enjoying the Zelda series. And then when people saw, oh hey, there's a Legend of Zelda movie coming out, and then like getting disappointed over it. And I know there was another fan-based movie. I think it was called The Hero of Time. It was a very old movie, like they came out on YouTube. Like Nintendo actually struck them down or something like that. It appeared in like maybe some select theaters, but you know, when Nintendo actually went and struck down that movie and, you know, they released, you know, this fan-made trailer, I guess you could say now. Like people were hyped for a Legend of Zelda movie, but then got really disappointed because like you had a movie right there. Like some fans made a movie based off of your game, but you took it down, and then you made this fake trailer getting fans hyped up only for it to be an April Fool's Day joke. You put all that effort just to piss off like so many Zelda fans. I mean, hey, joke's on us, but still. I don't know. It's just kind of like I don't know. It was disappointing to see because I was really hyped up for it, you know. Well, there was the Zelda cartoon. Well, excuse me, princess. Well, hey, look, it's 80s cheese. You know, it was 80s cheese. You gotta admit that it was pretty funny. That was the memes. The real question is when they will make a Punch-Out live-action movie. I mainly got the idea from watching old. Honestly, I kind of like the idea, but at the same time, like the whole concept. Ooh, 66. Oh, okay, that's not good. But where was I? A Punch-Out live-action movie. Well, you can technically say that's Rocky. You know, Rocky with Sylvester Stallone. I mean, so it's the same premise, you know. You know, this guy, you know, rising up, you know, participating in boxing matches, trying to prove himself, the underdog versus the champ. You know, it's pretty much Rocky Balboa. A Yik or Tsukuhime movie could be amazing. I don't know what any of those are, but the point I'm trying to make is when it comes to like the live action movies, like Jay said, if you respect the source material, people will come out and watch it. But there's so many people, especially in Hollywood, that are just they're so egotistical that they don't care about the property. They just care about the quick paycheck. And it sort of works. Like, they're getting paid whether the movie's good or not. you know? I mean, they might get some residuals, you know, depending on what the deal is, but for the most part, they already got their bag, you know? Like, whether the movie's good or bad, they got paid for what they've done. And it's just kind of... I would say that the one remake that would be very respectable is 2005 King Kong. I mean, King Kong's already been remade like so many times already, though. You know, you got the 1930s original, you got the, I think the King Kong remake with Jack Black that came out in like the early 2000s. Yeah, like you said, the 2005 King Kong. But I mean, it's probably time for another King Kong remake. But at the same time. Oh yeah, and 1976 King Kong, yeah, like, there's just like so many adaptations of King Kong already, like based off of the book. I believe it was a book first, I could be wrong, but still. It's just kind of like, there's just so many, like, I would rather see an original movie. Kong Skull Island, yeah, you got Kong, you seen that one? I have not seen that one. I have not seen Kong Skull Island, yeah, but yeah, they've made so many King Kong movies. It still amazes me to this day that Godzilla has never gotten a remake. I mean, sorta, kinda. I mean, they keep getting new movies like every other year, so it's not like remake is kind of like whatever. Since you know they're always getting movies, you know. Let's see what else. Yeah, none of the Godzilla movies ever got a remake. Like they just keep releasing new Godzilla movies, you know. Like, either as sequels or reimagines, you know, or whatever. You know, not really remakes per se, because they're all different stories, for the most part. Let's see, what else? See, what I want to see in the Legend of Zelda movie is... I want them to focus... Like, if they're going to do a trilogy, then either make an original story... You know, based off of the games, whatever, and just have it all connect seamlessly, so that way no one is confused jumping in from the second or third, or you base it off the Oracle games. The layout is already there. You change some things around, maybe add some things. Just, I can see it now. Like, say, like the second movie is Oracle of Season, Oracle of Ages, and then just hear Nehru's song as a sort of operatic, you know, rendition, like an aria, excuse me, that's what I'm referring to. Just like an aria of Nehru's song. I think that would just be so amazing. Just like, I think that would bring a lot of people into the seats and just kind of like get invested with that alone. It just kind of like they draw people in, you know? All I'm saying is that I want something new. I don't care if it's a main character is a bottle of water. I mean, just a little bottle of water. Yeah, I mean, just... Oh, man. Can you imagine just like, this is bottled water, the movie. Watch this single container of water traverse through the land and hopes to give nourishment to the human that is suffering from dehydration. But, yeah. So, it's just like, I want, yeah, like you said, NeoJ, I want something new. I don't want them to rehash, like, other plots, unless it is something like an older title, you know, or like the Oracle games, you know? Or heck, you know? Why not tie into, like, if you're going to release a Zelda game, why not, like, tie that Zelda game into the movie somehow, like a lot of games used to back in the day, sort of. You know? I'm just saying, it's just kind of like... I'm both hopeful and at the same time worried. Nintendo has done great things in terms of its movies, but it's also done terrible things. I mean, the first Mario movie, you know, back in the, like, 80s, was absolutely horrible, but they made a comeback with the Mario movie that came out, I think, like, in 2023? Something like that, like just a couple years ago, like made I think like $1 billion or something crazy like that. Like it was one of the most profitable video game tie-in movies in recent times, which that's crazy. That's crazy to me. But so they definitely have the talent to make Legend of Zelda things. You know, Zelda is something that needs to be done cinematically, right? The first time around, exactly. Like no, like just the first time around. Don't. I would say if you're going to make a trilogy, make the first movie great first, get people drawn in, and then work on the story as it goes along. Because I think here's how I think it's going to go. The first movie, let's just assume that they're all pretty good. The first movie is going to blow people away. Like, this is the first time Legend of Zelda has ever gotten a fully cinematic experience in this sort of way. You know, outside of, you know, the fan film, but, you know, that we don't, because Nintendo doesn't want to mention that. But the first official Zelda film, like, it's going to blow everyone away, and then the sequel is probably going to, you know, the sequel is not going to do as well because it's a middle part of the story, but then the final one is just going to bring it all together. If they do it right, I think it's not going to be Lord of the Rings great. But I think it's going to be a pretty good adaptation if they do it right. And then they make The Rock Ganondorf. Chris Pratt is Link. No. Okay, so Nintendo, I know you're joking about this, but this is. I would not be surprised. Like, just give Chris Pratt longer hair, an earring, and a green tunic. And you can probably assume he'd probably get the role. Now, as for The Rock, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about The Rock being in Ganondorf, you know? I mean, once you know, here's the thing about Chris Pratt and The Rock. They are recognized, they're very well recognized actors. Like, when you see them, you know who they are. But when you see them, it's kind of hard to separate the actor from the character because, like, if you see them, like, just say The Rock is Ganondorf. Oh, hey, that's The Rock. You know, that I don't see him as Ganondorf. I see him as The Rock, you know? It's easy, just give The Rock a just give The Rock a big wig. Well, that's not the point I'm trying to get at, Jay. I'm just saying, like, when you are watching a film, you want to be immersed into the film. You don't want to be thinking about, oh, wait a minute, that's The Rock. I only see him as The Rock dressed up as Ganondorf. I want to see Ganondorf. I want to see, like, the menacing presence of the King of Evil. I want to see, like, the heroics of the silent hero, you know, Link, you know? And how is that going to work? Are they, like, for this live action, are they going to make Link talk? Because I think, like, if they make Link talk throughout all of this, I think people will throw a fit. Because Link has always been, like, a semi-silent protagonist outside of a few grunts and, like, maybe one or two words here or there. Like, yes, no, maybe, I don't know. And then Jade or Okamichu as honestly, Okami will probably make a good Zelda. Yeah, Okami would make a good Zelda. I know, Yeah, The Rock equals boom! Right, for the right reasons, I hope. Yeah, here's the thing about The Rock. He's been in so many movies, so many okay movies. Like, he hasn't really had a good track record of good movies. Again, like, he's just kind of there. You know, like, oh yeah, I don't see the main character, I don't see what the character is going to be. It's just The Rock being The Rock, you know? It's like Jack Black being Jack Black. Like, Jack Black is all over the place now. And you can't really separate the actor from the role because he's playing Jack Black as this other character, you know? Chris Pratt Link. The only version of Link where he starts cracking jokes in the middle of a fight. That's what I don't want to happen, you know? Link is a silent protagonist, and if you are going to make him talk, then it has to be very minimal, you know? Like, I would say, much like in the games, he needs to be a sort of, like, he needs to be fitting the role of the audience to an extent, you know? Like, and it's going to be harder to translate, like, video games to movies, especially live action movies. So, I don't want Link to talk, and if he does, it has to be minimal, you know? Like, it just kind of make it, like, in the games, where he only speaks when absolutely necessary, you know? Like, he doesn't need a lot of words to convey a lot of emotion. Heck, I mean, I think it would be a much powerful performance if he didn't talk at all, you know? and just only use his facial expressions to try to convey what he's feeling, what's going on, you know, the conflicting emotions, you know. I think words are good, but emotion and just how you put on the performance makes it that much more better, you know. And then get rid of these guys. And then when the Rock gets cast as Ganondorf, he starts saying, "You're welcome." No, we don't need Ganondorf to start singing. No. What can I say except you're welcome? Yeah, that's how I see the Rock as Ganondorf. God damn it. Was it Jack Black in the Super Mario Brothers movie somewhere? Yes, he plays Bowser. Yeah, Titan. He plays Bowser, and honestly, I think he did a pretty good job as Bowser. But there is still Jack Black. It's still a bit of Jack Black in there, you know. Would the Cuckoo still be uber powerful in the movie? Listen, like I would not be upset if they don't make a Cuckoo reference, but I think it would be funny if they actually ended up using that as a sort of minor plot point. Ganondorf turned the people's elbow. God damn it. No. We don't need a WWE Ganondorf. As funny as that would be, we do not need a wrestling King of the... God damn it. I don't know why that's so funny to me. Look, in a bad movie, like, I would say, look, it's a toss-up. We haven't really seen anything of the Legend of Zelda movie yet. We only know of the director who's doing it. He's already came out and said that he wants to keep true to the original story, which is that's a great sign. But the casting is going to determine whether or not John Cena's Link. Well, how is that? Oh, okay, Nintendo, how is that going to happen? We can't see John Cena. All right, if he's going to be Link, he's not going to be in the movie because we can't see him. You know? So that there's a flaw in your logic, sir. How can you cast a guy that you can't see? I mean, not to mention, you know, John Cena is also getting up there in age, so, like, what is he, in his 40s, 50s now? So trying to play a 20-year-old boy would be kind of weird. Or not even a 20-year-old, like, 17, 18-year-old boy. John Cena in the Yik movie would be cool. I don't know what a Yik is, or haven't. I don't know what that is either. Well, someone needs an Eye of Truth. Oh yes. Hey kids, come watch our Legend of Zelda movie. But the only way you can see the main character is if you purchase the Eye of Truth, the 3D effect of the Eye of Truth. Oh my goodness. You know what? It's funny because I could actually see that happening. Like, we're gonna do Legend of Zelda in 3D. Buy the Eye of Truth and just kind of watch it through the lens. I would not be too surprised if Nintendo actually did that. I mean, 3D movies have been out of style for a long while, but I could see Nintendo totally doing that. Would it be funny? Yes. Would it be profitable? Hell no. Link in the middle of a fight. You can't see me! Ganondorf dies of Okay, so we're going to be going on break here in a few minutes. So, like, in the middle of our break, think about the most ridiculous casting that you want to see in the Legend of Zelda trilogy. Like, who would be what? Just like, we're talking like Mario movie crazy, you know? Like if you want Link to be John Cena, or if you want Jack Black to be, I guess, Darunia. I don't know, that I think it would be a funny Darunia. You know, just like any crazy. Yeah, I love how we use our imagination. Yeah, use your imaginations. Like, think about what is the most ridiculous casting that Nintendo will put up. You know what? I think I'll put a post in my Discord, maybe after the stream, you know, just kind of asking people, hey, what is the most ridiculous casting you would want to see for the Legend of Zelda movie? And just, like, when the time comes, we'll compare the answers to what people say, and then we'll be like, oh my gosh, Nintendo, you were right, or NeoJ, you were right. I think it would just be hilarious if we did that. You know, like I'll probably pin it somewhere after the fact. You know, like the poll and everything, and just kind of. Oh my goodness. Jack Black as a golden alpaca. I would not be too surprised. I would not be surprised. Oh boy. I'm telling you, man. Like, these movies are just getting crazier and crazier with its casting. But in all honesty, I think I'm pretty much done with The Rock, Jack Black, Chris Pratt, all those others. Yeah, see, even Bee-Boo's got it. Even Bee-Boo's got it. It's just kind of like, they're just like, yeah, okay, we're gonna go be headed on a break now. Think about what the most ridiculous casting for the Zelda movie would be. We'll be right back. Think about this. Alright friends, we are back. I asked you before we went on break, what would be the most craziest casting for a Legend of Zelda movie? And this is what you guys have to say. Let me go ahead and start with the Twitch chat. Jim Carrey as the Masked Salesman. You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you? Oh, I can definitely see that. I can definitely see that. Let me see. But let me just do these guys. Alright. So I'm getting that Minecraft movie as an ad. Oh god. Oh, that's good. Honestly, that might do okay. That might do okay. With the fourth wall be one of the villains. If it's bombable, then yes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it will be. How about King Kong as Link and then Godzilla's getting going? Okay, but no, that's going too far. Look, we do not need another franchise in a franchise. Alright, now for the YouTube side of things. Let's see what you guys have to say. NeoJ, you say Link. Oh no, you already. I already read that. Jack Black as Tingle. Jack Black. Honestly, oddly enough, I see that actually happening. For as crazy as Jack Black is, I think he would make a good Tingle. That's. God, the name Tingle is just so weird. And then Justin Bieber as Young Link. I haven't even heard that name in such a long time. Like, it just, wow, that's a name. That's a callback. Isn't Justin Bieber like in his 40s now? Or like 30s, 40s, something like that? I don't know. But I don't know. We don't really hear much of him, but yeah, have Justin Bieber play as Young Link, sure. Yeah, let's go with that. For me, I'm thinking Chris Pratt as Princess Zelda. Because imagine, what if Zelda was a girl? You know, these are the questions you gotta think about. You know, Chris Pratt as Princess Zelda. We're changing everything we know about movies. You know, Chris Pratt as the princess. You know. Just why not? And then maybe, let's see, for Ganondorf. I got it. It all comes clear to me. And I say it all comes clear, then I forget about who he was. Danny DeVito as Ganondorf. Yes. Danny DeVito as Ganondorf. It's a very progressive movie, right? It is a very progressive. I just imagine Jack Black saying, "Tingle, tingle, do-da, pa!" That's my catchphrase. Don't steal it. Yes, honestly, I could definitely hear him say that. God damn it. In these castings. Let's see. Yeah, Danny DeVito as Ganondorf. Let's see. I'm just trying to think. Let's see it. Let's see. Who's going to be the horse Epona? Like, because if you're going to do a live action movie, you might as well have a talking horse. Well, just go all out with the absurdity. So, I think, let's see, who's going to be Epona, the horse? That's a good question. Zendaya as Epona, you know, just voicing the horse, because why not? Let's see here. I'm really trying to pull my mind back into various actors I know of over the years. Jason Momoa as the horse. Hey Link, we gotta go. Nay. Yes. Oh man, that'll be funny. Okay, hang on. Henry Cavill. Oh, bear with me. Henry Cavill as the Hylian Guard. He doesn't have to appear for the movie for very long. He just needs to appear. Henry Cavill as the Hylian Guard. Let's see, what else? Let's see here. Ryan Reynolds as Navi. Hey, look, listen. Hey, don't you ignore me now, Link. I'm trying to point you in the right direction. Oh, how dare you. Oh god, I think that would be funny. Ryan Reynolds is Navi. Look, I know we're making jokes about this movie, but I can definitely see this happening. Danny DeVito as Ganondorf has the smallest Ganondorf ever. Honestly, with how castings go on these days, I wouldn't be too surprised. There's Jeff Goldblum as Ganondorf. Yeah, Link, you know, Link, I've got the, Triforce power, you know, I was going to say Morgan Freeman as Navi. Hey, look, listen. You better listen to Navi. I'm giving you the right path in which you need to. I'm Morgan, I'm in Navi. Honestly, I can see that happening. I can really see that happening. No. Morgan Freeman as the Great Deku Tree. Oh, that would be a role. That would be a casting. Link, you are the chosen one. You are supposed to save Hyrule and all of its denizens. There's no joke. It's just Morgan Freeman. Yeah. Let's see what else. If we're going based off of Ocarina of Time, like the original film did, well, the original fake trailer did, I should say. Let's see what else. Oh man, this is good. This is good. How about the grandfather actor as? Oh, the Godfather actor. Okay, Nintendo, you're gonna have to be more specific because the Godfather. There's more than one Godfather movie and more than one Godfather actor. Are you mean with the guy who played the Godfather actor, whose name I can't remember off the top of my head? Look, hey, look, listen. Look how they massacred my boy. You've never seen The Godfather? Nintendo, you have never seen The Godfather? What are you doing? What are you doing? After this stream, go watch those movies. The first one's good. I don't know about the second. I don't know about 2 or 3 because I haven't seen them. But The Godfather 1, you gotta watch The Godfather 1. It's a great movie. If you like mafia movies, like, you know, just like that entire thing, I think you'll like this. I think you'll like this. God, they massacred my boy. Because there's so many cultural references in other movies about The Godfather. Like, it was just that big of a hit back then. But, let me see. Let's see, what else? Like, let's go with other casting. Let's go with other castings that, you know, some minor characters for this theoretical film. Theoretical Legend of Zelda film with absurd casting. Let's see. What we got? What we got in the back of our noggins, back in our heads? Let's see. I'm trying to think, like some minor characters. Lord Jabu Jabu. Who's gonna be? No, is that what he is? The Fish King. Oh god, what are they called? The Zora King. Yeah, I called him Jabu Jabu for some reason. No, that's the giant fish. The Zora King. Who's gonna be the Zora King that goes a week? Well, let's see. I'm still in the phase of kaiju movies, so no surprise. But that depends on how. Depends how I feel I like it. Yeah, that is fair. You watch it at your own pace if you do watch it. But I'm telling you, man, it's a good movie. There's a reason why so many movies in the like early 2000s reference it. Let me see. Who's gonna be King Zora? That's a good one. Who have I seen? Nintendo. Okay, hang up, guys. Hang up. Let's put the conversation on hold real quick. Nintendo, you have never seen Back to the Future at all? Dude, you're missing out on some nostalgia here. I mean, it's not really nostalgia to you because you haven't seen it, but dude, you have not seen any of them. My dude, you are missing out on some of the best movies that have ever been released. You know, they are some really good movies. You know, Back to the Future is like one of those movies that, you know, a lot of people remember, a lot of people resonate with. You know, maybe not so much nowadays because, you know, it's no longer the 1980s, but still, I mean, it's Michael J. Fox, you know? You know who Michael J. Fox is? Yeah, he plays Marty McFly. Christopher Lloyd as the Doc. You know, Doc Brown. Like there's also other actors I can't remember off the top of my head. No, you've never heard of Christopher Lloyd. You've never heard of Michael J. Fox. You have never heard of any one of them. Oh my god, man, we really need to... Kid B was watching Kaiju and Superhero. That's fair, but oh my goodness. Like, I am very surprised. Yeah, you know what? One of these days, we're gonna have to set aside another community week. But this time, we'll have like a movie night or something. We'll watch the what's it called? We'll watch Back to the Future trilogy. You know, we'll watch that. You know, we'll all watch it together as a collective group at some point. Because we need to set you down. We need to have you watch those movies, bud. Because you're missing out on a lot of good movies, you know? Angelina Jolie as Sheik. Oh, I mean, if she's gonna be Sheik, then she's gonna also end up being Zelda too. So, honestly, I can see it. I could see it. I'm trying to think. What else? You would really have to risk me on voice chat. Oh, I mean, well, I think there's now a thing on Discord where you can like do some kind of like, I don't know what it's called, but it's kind of like a live show and a live premiere, whatever it is. So that way, you know, you'll be there in the voice chat, but you will. I don't know. I'll have to try it out. But I mean, hey, we'll have a community day. You know, we'll see. You know, as long as you filter out some words. You know. You be kind, you know, to everyone involved, and yeah, I would say, yeah, we could definitely do it. Let's see, I'm trying to think. Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart has got to be in this Legend of Zelda movie. What would he play? What role would he play? I'm trying to think. Okay. Kevin Hart. As maybe... No, wait a minute. Kevin Hart has got to be Ganondorf. Kevin Hart is Ganondorf. Just hear me out. I'm just saying, Kevin Hart, the comedian, playing a serious evil role. I don't think I've ever seen Kevin Hart do it like an evil performance, like an evil villain type performance. So I think that would be kind of interesting. I mean, yes, I am kind, but you know me. Sometimes, you know how I can be sometimes. Yeah, that's fair. That is fair, Nintendo. But I'm just saying, look, like if you do, you do. You don't, you don't. But hey, you give me some ideas of what to do with the community, you know, because I do want to interact with you guys more. I just, for the most part, I really don't have too much time for it, you know. Kevin Hart, Ganondorf. I'll give you what you want. Just imagine, like, the presence of Ganondorf, like his shadow illuminating over everything, and then you just see this very small guy. I meant to say I'm. Okay, hang on. I meant to say I'm give you what you want. Okay, I might be reading it wrong, but maybe if you can retype that, like what you meant to say, like in full, because I'm trying to figure out like what I'm trying to figure that out. I'm give you what you want. I'll give you what I want. Okay, I'm a little bit confused there. So who Kevin Hart? Oh man, dude, we need to catch you up on some movies, man. One of these days, I'm gonna have to give you a list of movies to watch with these actors in it. You know, whether you like it or not is totally up to preference, but I think you will enjoy some of the movie choices. Kevin Hart is a very short actor. I'm gonna give you what you want. Oh, okay, so that's how you say it. I'm gonna give you what you want. But yeah, it's Nintendo. I'm gonna have to put a list up for you to like show you like what like these actors play in, what movies I recommend, because I think you will enjoy some of them. If you don't, you don't. That's fine. But you know, It is what it is. Kevin Hart should be the hey, listen fairy thing. Yeah, no. Hey, look, listen. You know, just bouncing around over the place. Oh, I agree. All that. I think that would be funny. Let's see. What is that? Okay, Caesar, where are all my chimps? Where are all my chimps? Where are they going? Why are they all the way over there? Why are you all the way over there? Why? You know what? We'll be. There we go, chat. You got the chimps dancing on ya. Alright, we also need another chim. Fun. Oh, this is the small chim. You know, we'll have him dance just right up there. Right up here. Okay, how about it's right there. There we go. Ooh, Kevin Hart from Jumanji. Yes, exactly. That's yep, you okay, yeah, Kevin Hart from Jumanji. Yes, the same guy. The funny comedian. You know, the short comedian. Yeah, that guy. You know who I'm talking about now. Oops, I forgot that. It would be absolutely funny if the entire Zelda movie were satire on modern life action movies. Now, I think a lot of people would be pissed off if it ended up being a satire of modern live action movies. God, we don't need that. I mean, I think it would be funny, but I know a lot of people would get mad that the first Legend of Zelda live action movie is just a satire on action movies. And that, a lot of people are going to get mad at that. A lot of people are going to get really mad if that ever happens. We're almost at 1,000 experience. Woo! We are almost there. Oh man. And I'll tell you what though. Like, I'm really hoping that this Zelda movie does well in 2027 because so many people have waited for a Zelda movie. So many people have waited for a Zelda movie to be out. You know? And we still have a ways away before it releases. We haven't really seen much of anything, so like much of my opinions on the film are mostly just for the sake of jokes and everything, but I don't know. It's just, it has to be good. It just has to be good. We can't really just have a bad Zelda movie to start out, especially if they plan on a trilogy. Like, do they even have enough material to do a trilogy? I mean, yeah, they've got a whole bunch of Zelda games. Do you redo some of the Zelda stories? Do you make your own? Like, if you make your own Zelda movie, like Zelda trilogy, it needs to have like it needs to make sense within its own universe. It needs to like be faithful to the brand and everything. You know, like yeah, you can take some creative liberties, but you know, you gotta make it so that way fans will enjoy it as well as newcomers to the series. Because if this is going to be a Dragon Ball Evolution type of movie, then oh god, you know, the people are going to be so mad. Like, oh yeah, you know, here's a casting, you know, get that guy who played Goku in Dragon Ball Evolution, put him as Link. Actually, now that I think about it, I think that might be okay with good direction. Not great, but okay. Okay, that was probably a bad example. But Dragon Ball Evolution, like, if the Zelda movie trilogy is as bad as Dragon Ball Evolution, my god, like, people are gonna get so mad at Nintendo and, like, whoever was directing the movie and putting it all together, you know? I would say, like, it's probably best if people actually played the games to actually understand, like, what the series is about, you know? Would it be a weird suggestion to make a Breath of the Wild live action? I don't think it will be weird, but I think... Like, Breath of the Wild came out, I think, like 2017. I don't want to say it is still relatively new. It's getting up there in age, but I don't know. I don't know how that would work, to be quite honest, Jay. Because yes, Breath of the Wild yeah, okay, I was right. Yeah, I mean, it's not old, but it is getting up there in age. Like, it's already 8 years old. Wow, man, time really flies. So, Not to mention, like, if you make a Breath of the Wild movie, like, one for one, it's just live action, but, you know, kind of trim some things because you're not playing the game, you're watching the movie. I don't know if people would enjoy that. Granted, it might still be a spectacle, it might still look nice, but if it's just Breath of the Wild's plot, and, like, even Tears of the Kingdom, if you really want to make that the second film, I don't know if people would enjoy that. I think, like, as we discussed prior, people want to see new content. And even if you do want to make, like, something from the Legend of Zelda series, like, take a story from the Zelda series, take the ones that not many people know of, or in terms of, like, story-wise, remember, like, I use the Oracle games as an example because those are games that you can't expand upon, like, story-wise. And... like, especially with the history of, you know, the Oracle games, there was supposed to be a third game in that series. Why not just take that concept and just kind of expand upon that, you know? I used this example early on. Like, imagine, like, the first Legend of Zelda trailer comes out, and it's Nehru's song, you know, from Oracle of Ages. Just like, that hum, or just like her singing that melody as the trailer plays. I think that will get people invested into it, especially if you can really pull in, like, the cast, like, just expand upon just the universe of The Legend of Zelda, you know? Instead of just trying to make the same thing again. I think that's kind of the problem with a lot of live action remakes. They're trying to do the same thing again, but in their own way, which it can work, but 9 times out of 10 it just doesn't. I mean, take a look at Disney. They've been remaking their own movies time and time again, and they only have maybe like 1 or 2 good live-action remakes, being Cinderella and maybe The Jungle Book. Everything else is either middle of the road or just bad, you know? So, I'm just saying, it is a fine line. Like, I think the Zelda series would be better suited as an animation. Like, I remember seeing online, I don't know if it was actually hand-drawn or, you know, what's it called? Hand-drawn or AI, but there's this, like, Legend of Zelda... Studio Ghibli-esque, you know, like, video up on YouTube. It looks so amazing, and that's kind of what I want to see out of the Legend of Zelda series. An animated Zelda series, you know? Like, a 2D animated, I should say. You know, like, maybe not in the style of Ghibli, but the Ghibli animation style really does bring out a lot in that, like, clip on YouTube. So, we already see what it can look like, you know, in terms of 2D animation. Live action, though... I mean, the only good example we have is the live action, like, yeah, fan movie from years and years ago. The Legend of Zelda live action film reportedly planned a trilogy with a 6 long time. See, I don't like that. Like, the reason why I don't like that, Nintendo, is because you really need to dig deep. Like, 1 movie, yeah, I can understand, but 3 movies in a 6-year period? That's kind of a short time, if I have to be honest, you know? Right, like, it depends on, like, what is the plot. It depends on what the plot is of the movie. I don't like the fact that it's a trilogy. Because then you have to, like, build an entire narrative from front to end, combining all the movies together. You know? Play that again. The only Studio Ghibli movie I've ever seen was Ponyo. Yeah, you know, just kind of like, then you know what the art style I mean then. It's just kind of like the highly stylized 2D animation. And it looks good, like the Legend of Zelda Ghibli style, you know, movie. It looks good. I love it. I mean, I don't know if it's made with AI or hand-drawn, but either way, that's what I want to see out of the Zelda series if they are going to go with a movie, you know? I'm still trying to figure out if it's going to be an original movie or if it's going to follow one of the games. Well, it can't follow one of the games because there's 3 movies. And if you try to break up one game, let's just take Ocarina of Time for example. You separate Ocarina of Time into 3 movies, that's going to do horribly, you know? Because The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time is a straightforward story. Like, honestly, like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's a straightforward story that I don't think will do well separated into 3 parts. But what's the 3 parts going to be, like, for this example, which let's assume that it is based off of Ocarina of Time. So, the first part would be just up until, I guess, you get the ocarina. You know, the second movie would be, you know, the start of the, I guess, the first half of the adult timeline. And then the final half would be the final half of the adult timeline in Ganon's castle. Like, what I think that would be very clunky. Now, let's see. And let me just use another example. Okay, what about Twilight Princess? You know, how are you going to split like a narrative like that into 3 parts? You know, I don't think like splitting a single game into 3 parts is going to do well. I think if they do that, the movie's it's probably going to do well because it's a Nintendo property, but it's probably not going to do as well as the Mario movie, or even like close to it, if they decide to go that direction. However, if they do make an original movie, I think that will build interest more. Would it be good? It's kind of hard to say. Again, I keep saying this. We haven't seen anything yet. But I am hoping that if it's going to be original, then you need to go all out with it. You can't really, you know, as some people would say, you can't half-ass it like a lot of these live-action movies. You really need to sit down, focus on the narrative, especially since you're making 3 movies. You are making 3 movies out of this property. You really need to sit down and say, okay, this is how it goes, this is how we're going, this is where we're doing it. Here's the original source, this is how this character acts, this is how that character acts. They need to be accurate with... They need to be very accurate with this, you know? Oh, sorry, Jay, I forgot to read one of your previous messages. Getting Studio Ghibli to do a Legend of Zelda movie would be epic. I know, because their art style is just fantastic, you know? Like, I think that would bring a lot of people, like, imagine, like, that in the big screen. I think I would definitely go out to see it maybe 1 or 2 times. Like, guaranteed, because I just love that art style. But it's just, when it comes to the Zelda games, you know, it is a very self-contained narrative, because each game is different, like set in different timelines, and yeah, they do make subtle references to past events, but for the most part, it's its own narrative, you know? It's too bad, I can't read. Is it bad to say that I want a new big bad for the Zelda series? I mean, we always got Ganondorf. Yeah, exactly. No, that's not a hot take or anything. No, I think a lot of people will agree with you. Now, I'm not going to spoil Echoes of Wisdom for you. I mean, Ganondorf is sort of in there, but there's also another villain in that thing that kind of changes the status quo up a bit. So, yes, I agree with you. There needs to be a new villain. Or at the very least, heck, if you really want to make a, like, sort of, like Legend of Zelda movie, maybe focus on, I don't know, the Minish Cap? I don't know, I'm just trying, like one movie, maybe the Minish Cap. I think that will translate pretty smoothly, you know, sort of. You know, make Vati the villain instead of Ganon, you know. Speaking of Studio Ghibli, did you hear that they were pissed off at the AI? Oh yeah, I've heard about that. Now, here's the thing. If you're using AI to copy someone's style, no, that's wrong. Do not copy other people's style with AI. It doesn't matter if you type in the prompt, hey, I want this in the Studio Ghibli thing. No, I don't agree with that whatsoever. I would be pissed off too if someone stole my art design, you know, for like because I think the guy, I don't remember his, I think his name is Miyazaki. Miyazaki spent like what, 40 years working on that art style, and then AI just all of a sudden just snatched it up. No thank you. I would be very pissed too, you know, if AI just kind of stole my 40 years work, you know, just kind of copied it like that, and maybe made it even a little bit better, because that's not transformative. Because I think AI is it's a tool, you know, and much like any tool, it could be used productively, it could be used for good, it could be, okay, let me slow down a bit. AI is like any other tool. It could be used to create wonderful things, and it could be used to do some terrible things. In this case, with the Studio Ghibli thing, that is terrible. Stealing someone's art style and just kind of like make it into its own generation thing? No. Because anyone can now do that and just kind of say, oh yeah, I made this. No, you did not make this. AI made that for you. Whereas, sometimes when I use AI for some of my illustrations, like say for Dawnbound, or Dawnbound, or any like other, I don't really know off the top of my head because I don't have my project near me, but I would take the AI image and then transform it in a way so it would be an entirely new image. Like, for instance, if I wanted to make a backdrop of, like, say, some wetlands, but oh no, I need a river at the very end of this, I would take, like, 2 separate images. I would go into Photoshop. Hey, we leveled up. Nice. I'll go into Photoshop, kind of edit it in, and then just kind of make some tweaks as I go along. Oh, well, I need a building at this side. Oh, I'll just get a building and tweak it some, just edit it some. You know, just, like, actually go in and fix what needs to be fixed, you know? Actually go in and put in the work to transform the AI art into your own unique vision. However, I will say, very easy to be like, hey, I'm going to type in, I'm going to, like, I just say, I want a picture of my big bad, you know, like, my big bad. This is the big bad, what he looks like, here's the description. You put it in the description, but then the AI does all the artwork for you. And there is, like, I don't know everything about AI. I think it can be used for good, but right now it's at that stage where it's used to steal a lot of artwork. And you really need to be careful. You really need to be careful about what you're stealing. Like the Ghibli example, yes, absolutely terrible. They have every right to be pissed off. And the guy saying that the guy who got a cease and desist saying he wants to fight this for AI artists, I'm sorry. You are not an artist. You did not make that. You had AI make that. I don't see anything transformative with that particular art style because it's a Ghibli art style. It is their creative work. It is their style. It is their look. This is something that they have built up over the years. That's not transformative. Artwork needs to be transformative and it needs to have something that you can, like, you need to put yourself into the artwork, you know? Whether it be writing, whether it be pictures, whether it be just character creation. You need to put yourself into the art form and that makes it so much more wonderful. Long and short of it is, you know, I'm kind of getting a little bit here and there. Always use AIs for rough drafts for my character. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, if you're using AI for rough drafts of your character design, that is fine. And then you can just go to an actual artist and say, hey, here is the rough idea how I want my character. Can you do this, like, this sort of way? Like, if I just get an idea, like again, in your case, Jay, that's fine. Like, if you have the means to go to an artist to get your artwork done, go to an actual artist, not an AI artist. Because they're going to give you much higher quality products and much, like, exactly the way you want it. AI cannot give you exactly the way you want it. An actual artist can. That's the long and short of it with that. So, hey, we made it to level 24. And let's go ahead and change up the times real quick. So, let me see. Let's see, time, we are at, yep. So we are at 33 minutes, or 33 hours and 55 minutes. 55 minutes, and 41 seconds. Alright, there we go. We done that. We also have, let's see, let's go ahead, we are, Let's see about our experience. So right now we need about, oh, where were we at before? Like 24,000 or 27. We need, got about 1,000 now. So we need 25,992. 25,992 experience. 992 experience. That is the amount of experience we need. And then battles needed. Okay. So how many more battles do we need? Let's take a quick look. You know? So the amount of battles we need are, if we divide that by 3, 25,902 divided by 3. We need 8,664 battles. 8,664 battles. Alright, friends. This is where we're going to end it for tonight. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming by and just keeping me company, keeping me engaged, like talking about the Zelda movie and then AI. And yeah, I know I got a little bit of heated at the end, but that's because I think that artwork like, I think that you should support your local artists if you can. Yeah, take care, everyone. Take care. But before we do, I'm going to go ahead and send you guys over to someplace else. Like, for the Twitch side of things, of course. We're going to go ahead and raid someone. So let's go ahead and pick out someone to raid. Let's see here. You know what, Jade's live. Let's go ahead and raid her. Yeah, let's go ahead and raid Empty Milkies. But first, I need to switch over to my channel so that way I can see the stream on my phone instead of just on dance. Okay, here we go. Empty Milkies. There, she's playing Repo. Oh, this is gonna be fun. All right, friends. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that follow button if you're on Twitch side, or subscribe if you are on the YouTube side of things. It's absolutely free. Also, if you want, you could also head to our Discord, so that way you'll be notified as to when we go live. You can participate in polls, and you get to chat with us. I'm a .hack YouTuber. I do .hack topics for .hack people. And yes, hey, bye Jay, bye everyone. And I hope all of you stay classy, stay beautiful, but most importantly, have yourselves a good night.